Hey everyone, it is Elsa932 on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. We are here. We are here to what? To meet the designers. We are here. I am so excited about Project Runway. Every season I'm excited about it, but this one I'm extremely excited about. I just want y'all to know. I hope you all see my fabrics. Behind me is the New York skyline because it is usually filmed in New York. I am just here for it. I don't know where we'll be, if they'll be filming in New York, but this is classically Project Runway. I see AK's POV, she set it all off with the comments saying can't wait to see this. We can't wait either. And it's July 31st the show starts, but we could always meet the designers early. Hey Sanders RN, glad to have you here. Glad to see you here. Y'all, the designers are fire. They are fire. I am excited. The season is blending a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. So the season is blending a whole bunch of stuff. And we start with, let me pull up my first image for you. The first image I have for you is not the designers per se, but it's the fact that we have judges this year that are different. These aren't the same judges. Okay, these aren't the same judges. Hey, Samantha, glad to see you here. Thank you. I decided to judge it up. We are talking about fashion. Okay, I gave y'all the puff sleeve, a little bit of sheen, a little bit of, sizzle. So these are the judges. And if you've been watching Project Runway as long as I have, this is a new cast of judges. Hey, to go to Africa, glad to have you here. Now, historically, Project Runway was always Heidi Klum, okay? It was always Tim Gunn, make it work. And where's Andre? Where is Andre? That are my two classic lines from Tim Gunn. But he, unfortunately, is not here this season. But we have wonderful judges this season, nonetheless. Chicago Girl, no, it has not started. It starts July 31st. This is just an introduction to the designers. I have gone, I have researched their IG, everything, and I've posted some of their designs that I like, and I've posted their IG. We will be meeting each of the 12 designers, and you can go and peruse at your leisure before it starts on July 31st. But we want to meet them. I like to meet these designers head on. So the judges, y'all, Christian is still the mentor. I love Christian. I loved him his season. Nina Garcia is still the, head judge. And Heidi Klum is back hosting for us. In fashion, you're either in or you're out. And you know what? This time Heidi is in. She was out for a period of time on Making the Cut with Tim Gunn. And that was a fabulous show. I liked how they did fashion business, how to teach the designers how to handle their brand contracts and things other than just the designs. I liked Making the Cut. But she's in again. And she's in on Project Runway, and I love it. But y'all know here, the only reason I'm doing this recap and review is because the image architect is a judge, Law Roach. Okay, do y'all see Law Roach with his signature center part and straight here? He was there, I first was introduced to him on Top Model. And I've loved Law Roach ever since. He doesn't say it the way you want to hear it, but he says it the way it's got to be said. Okay, so I did put a post. Hey, Jackson Tabasco. I did put a post of the trailer, the new trailer. It's on my community wall, the link to it, where you see the judges, you see the season coming together, and it's going to be fire. And because I like Law Roach, I took the 10 seconds that they had with Law Roach and I put it together. If you don't know the image architect, you're going to know him in these 10 seconds. Let me play it now.
Image architect, Law Roach.
You ready? Oh, I hated it.
Hate is such a big word.
It's a short word. It's only 4 letters. Bravo, my love. I love tears. They feed me.
I love tears. They feed me. Do you understand? This is Law Roach at his finest. I love tears. They feed me. Now, y'all, the full trailer is out there. As I said, again, it is there. Yes, he's from Chicago. You got to like the fire from Chicago. Hey, Moondust Angel, glad to have you here. Y'all, if I'm too excited to say hey to everybody, please forgive me because I'm just excited that it is definitely, Project Runway and Law Roach is in the building. And hate is a very short word. It's only 4 letters. Again, Law Roach is here for it. Yes, talk about not pulling any punches. And he does say something complimentary. He's like, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And then he says, ooh, hate. I hated it. And then he says, ooh, I love tears. They feed me. That is a line. And I've got to clip that. I got to clip that and keep that as a clip. Thank you, Jackson Tabasco. This is me. This is my natural. I took it all out and went to work on it. But thank you for the compliment. Yes, we are so ready for this. We are so ready. Just Rhonda, did you see my clip of Law Roach? Y'all don't make me play it again because I'm a fan of Law Roach. Don't make me play it again. We'll play it again before the end of this, okay? We'll play it again. So let me remove this so we can get to our designers, and you could see a whole list of our designers. I had to put this together so we can see all the designers together. So, okay, this is our cast. This is our cast, and there are 2 designers on here who are repeat cast members. Yes, Rhonda, I'll play it again for you later, okay? And y'all, please go to Just Rhonda's her YouTube channel. It's Just Rhonda 01. She is doing the Housewives, everything that you love to see in the social media streets. And she is launching a whole new segment. She started it just this week. She's test ran it where she just goes through her timeline and talks to you about what's in the news on her, IG timeline. Chicago, y'all voting to play it again? Okay, I'm gonna play it again. Okay, there's 10 seconds, y'all. 10 seconds. Pay attention.
Image architect, Law Roach.
You ready? Oh, I hated it.
Hate is such a big word.
It's a short word. It's only 4 letters. Bravo, my love. Love tears. They feed me.
I love tears. They feed me. No. I love tears. They feed me. And so that, you know what that means? People going to be crying. And do y'all remember that season? There is no crying in fashion. Do y'all remember that? There was someone, so I think it was Tim Gunn that said, there is no crying in fashion. So somebody going to be crying. And if y'all see the whole trailer, you'll see somebody is crying. And a designer said, my job for the rest of the season is making sure you go home. It is going to be a fierce battle, and I can't wait. But 2 of these designers, Jesus and Caycee, they are returning from their season. So when we go through each designer, then I will show you exactly which season they're coming from. So what I'm going to do is 12 designers. It is 12 slides. I have gone on their IG account. I have posted the IG on each page. That is for you to follow the designers you like. Please do not go after these people and give any negative comments. We don't deal in negative here. If you don't like what they design, keep it to yourself. Okay? Keep it to yourself. But you could bring it here to the chat. You could, put it in the chat. Yes, Just Rhonda. I'm going to clip that. And, I love tears. They feed me. His whole thing I'm going to clip. Hate is just for the whole thing I'm going to clip down. So we are going to go through these designers and we're going to, judge the top fashions that I think from their IG. Okay. And just so y'all know too, Antonio and Jesus, they are twin brothers. They design together. They have a fashion house together. This is going to be one time where they're competing against each other and technically not helping each other. They do look, different enough for me, but Jesus, if you remove that curl, I may confuse you with your brother Antonio, and please forgive me. If Antonio cuts down that 5 o'clock shadow to be a little too light, I may forget and call you Jesus. So Antonio and Jesus on your screen, they are twin brothers that do design together. So let us go in no particular order, y'all. We're not going to do any particular order. We're going to just pull up based on how they have it here. I'm going to pull up. Okay, Yu Chen. That is his handle on the Instagram. Yuchen_1. This is his aesthetic as a designer. Okay. It's a little different for me. It's a little bit, roby looking. I do like the tracksuit. It does look like fangs of a vampire. The tracksuit. Just not my aesthetic with the white boots. And for those who are in the Nesto sector, you know how we feel about white boots, okay? Not my aesthetic at all. But he certainly has a look. He has a look. What do y'all think about Yu Chen? This is from his Instagram. I pulled a couple pictures from his Instagram to show y'all exactly how he designs. I could see the potential there. I can see why he was chosen, but it's just not my look at all. I don't know what to say. I do like the lace over look, the one with the red belt. But I'm not for the double-breasted other look with the high collar. That just won't be me. Okay. Jackson Tabasco said it's a no. It's a no. But if you look, he's more streetwear. If you look at him as a designer, I like what he's wearing for his Project Runway, photograph. I like that. It's streetwear. I like that streetwear. To Go to Africa said, I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it, but I can see a vision. I can see where he's coming from, but I'm definitely not feeling it. I'm with y'all. Okay. Now I'll put his IG there. If you're not feeling it, like To Go to Africa, we just gonna say we're not feeling it here. Okay. We're not gonna go there and say anything. So I wonder if this is one of the ones Laura Roach said, I hate it. So that is Yu Chen. We're not feeling it. Okay. I'm going to remove him and we're going to go to the next one. Because we need to know who all these designers are and what they're doing on our screen. Why were they chosen? Okay, this is Veejay. Now remember, Veejay is our representative from the Philippines, also transgender female. I am digging these looks from Veejay. I am digging these. These look real good. And this was from a runway show that Veejay did. I absolutely love these looks. The girl and the dude. I love the dude's jacket with the denim underneath. I don't know why I like it. It should look tacky to me, but I do like it. It's a little different. But the young ladies look fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And these were some of the better ones with photographs, but Veejay has a plethora of her designs on, her IG. Absolutely love these looks. Absolutely love these looks. The girls look amazing. Even the colors, the silver and the tan, even choosing the colors, and it may be lighting. Okay, it may be lighting, but I love that the, more cream color was on the lady with the darker hue. It looks so good. Sanders, do the shoes means it's giving? Does the shoe emoji means it's giving? It is walking the runway? Is that what we're going to use? Y'all could suggest some stuff for the chat. Jackson Tabasco says she likes it. Samantha says, love the ladies. Okay, so Samantha, I'm guessing you don't like the guys look with the denim. Jackson Tabasco is like, I like that denim look. I like mixing fabrics. I do too. I'm not, a complete adventurer with fabrics, but I do love the way this looks. It's like, it could be, if it was linen, it could be at a pool party. It could be on again, off again. Okay, Sanders RN is giving us our first emoji legend. It is the shoes. Any kind of shoes put icon means it is giving. It is walking the runway. Yeah, baby, it is giving. Not sure about the guys look. I don't hate it though. Okay, we don't hate it. So Veejay, right now, Veejay, you're looking like the chat does like it. It's okay. Doesn't appear more creative than things I've seen in previous seasons. Okay, To Go to Africa. We are all judges here. We are all judges. I am not the final say so, okay? We will see how far Veejay makes it in this competition, but I really do like it. Okay, Philip Campbell is giving us, the pop the bottle, another celebratory. Like, if you like it, pop that bottle. Make sure, Veejay and any of the designers know the shoes or the pop in the bottle is celebration that we like the look. Thank you for being here, Philip Campbell. So let's go on to the next designer, because we are here to what? We're here to learn who these designers are based on their IG. And next one is Madeline. This is Madeline's aesthetic. I love what Madeline is wearing for her photo with the cute little knee-high stockings. I am not a fan, though, of her look. And if you look at the previews, this is the lady that Christian says, you're making a skirt like it's for your grandma. And I love my grandma, but this ain't it. If you look at the previews, we get Christian not quite liking what Madeline is making at the time. But this is her aesthetic. There's something for the checkered double, the checkered, jacket. There's something cute about it, but I don't like the shoulders. That checkered blue look, all the buttons, that looks cute. That looks cute. But the shoulders with the fringe, I'm not really feeling it. If the shoulders had no fringe, I would probably like that, checkered jacket with my jeans or something. Okay, I would love that check without the fringe and without it looking like shoulder pads on the outside. That's what it is for me. It looks like shoulder pads on the outside. Yes, please welcome Philip Campbell to our live. Please make sure everyone that you have liked and you are subscribed to the channel, because we'll be doing this every week live. We'll be talking about the fashions on the show, and I'm going to probably do this on the Saturday after the show. So Jackson Tabasco says, I'm not a fan. Sanders, the bin, not the runway. Ooh, y'all are truly Law Roach fans. I completely agree with him. It's not very well made, but a cute concept. Yes, it is a cute concept. I don't mind even the solid blue. I don't mind the, faux fur, the collar and stuff. I just need it a little longer. I'm a lady of a particular age, okay? I'm a lady of a particular age. I'll probably rock that if it did reach just at my hip. But there's nothing wrong with that can be worn with blue jeans, but I don't like the shoulders of the plaid. I don't like the distressed look of that. But everything else of that jacket looks absolutely really nice, but everything else, not very well made, but cute. Yes, please welcome Philip to our chat. We're lively and nice around here. Okay, Philip? We're lively and nice. So this is Madeline. I much prefer. You can certainly go to her page and look at the rest of her clothing, but this is her usual aesthetic. Oh, Lord, Jackson Tabasco, not the Goodwill would appreciate the look. Lord Roach will be proud, I'm sure. I am so sure he would be proud of that comment. But let's get to the next designer, because y'all, because these are in random order based on, but I love this designer. I'm sorry, Joseph is in the building, y'all. Joseph is here. I'm sorry. I had a problem just finding 2 looks from Joseph's IG. I will tell you now. Go to Joseph's IG. This right here are the most dramatic pieces, but Joseph, please go to his IG. Joseph is giving with every look. Joseph is giving. Okay? Okay. Yes, Joseph. Yes. Okay, Joseph. Okay. Loving it. Loving it. We got the shoes out. Remember, the shoes or the pop bottles is yes. Yes, Joseph. Yes. Absolutely adore this. Lighting everything. Joseph is giving. I'm sorry. This is one of my favorite designers. Absolutely one of my favorite designers. All the way. Oh, Philip, give it 2 pop bottles, and we have several shoes in the chat. Yes, Joseph, I love, remember we talked about it, Joseph, his look where he has the corset strings to the front. I love that. absolutely adore that. I'll have to wear a shirt under it. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not like Joseph. I have to, you know, I have my girls to be contained. But I love what he's wearing in his Project Runway look. I love that, you know, brown jacket. I wouldn't wear it, you know, up to the collar, but I love that brown jacket he is wearing. And his model, I just had to crop that. But if you see that, the greenish look with the faux fur, if you see, that is a huge like scene that Joseph put together. Please go to his IG and show him some love, because Joseph, I was just scrolling and scrolling and like, yes, Joseph, yes, Joseph, yes. There wasn't a single look that I was like, yeah, no, there wasn't a single look. He came ready, yes, to go to Africa. Joseph came ready for the competition. Said, stand aside. You see how he holding those glasses? Stand aside. I'm here. Okay, I am here. So that is Joseph. That's one of my favorite designers. One of my favorites. I have at least 3. I'm being real biased. I know. I'm being real biased. Here's my next favorite designer. Joan. Look, Joan is another. That is again Joan's handle, Joan's bridle. Joan's look that she's wearing for her Project Runway look is also what she took down the runway at one of her fashion shows. It absolutely looks fabulous walking down that runway. I'm getting, you know, goosebumps with Joan. I'm sorry. Joan is one of my absolute favorites. Do you see that? She is bridal. And do you see the fierce, the headpiece to the corset and bodice? Do you see that? Absolutely. Oh, you mean Joseph was very ebony fashion fair? So is Joan. So we're getting the shoes out for Joan. Joan is giving. Joan is giving. Absolutely. Again, her IG, I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I'm like, Joan, you're going to hurt some people. I think for many folks, oh, Philip is giving 2 bottles and the clink, clink. We got the crystals out for Joan, for Philip. The thing that I like about Joan, and she has, if you look at her IG and you pay attention to her fashion, she also has unconventional materials in her fashion. So I think when we get to the dreaded, for some people dreaded, unconventional items challenge, I think Joan go knock it out the park. I think Joan go knock it out the park. Because she has, if you see that rosette that she's wearing in her outfit, that, you know, she has the shells, and that circle is a faux lock that she has. That's ombre with a 1B root and a blonde at the end, and she just, you know, twirled it around and round circle and made it the center of her flower on her outfit. Okay, very ebony fashion fair. Yes. It's obvious she put a lot of work into them. She does. And the only thing I would worry about with Joan, for the judges, not for us, because, you know, I love Joan. I think with too many different textures or visions in one outfit, it depends on how the judges feel. What is the competition? Has she met, you know, the goal of what the challenge is for that week? But I absolutely adore Joan, and I could see the work and the detail in everything. I tell you, if you go to her, Joan's Bridal, and just scroll like Joseph, you'll be looking at her IG and be like, girl, where have you been? Where have you been? So that is another favorite of mine. And we will go to the next one. Since we just did Joan, let me see what the computer has for the next person. Okay, we talked about fierce. We talked about fierce before. And here's fierce. Here is Ethan. Ethan is a crossover. Ethan is one of the members of RuPaul's Drag Race as Queen Utica. Y'all know, if y'all watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you should know that name. So Ethan's aesthetic, I can't wait for him to do more of the avant-garde. Could you imagine Ethan? Look at his looks. Could you imagine the avant-garde challenge with Ethan? Ethan is, you know, he said he is here to make herstory. If y'all watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you know, he always says here for herstory. And you can see in the center, I wanted to pick that because those were 2 looks that Ethan did in that center photo that is very detailed, very beaded, and has the headpiece all done. as well as the black and bejeweled look on the right with the fishnet all the way through. Oh, yes, very creative and out of the box. Very creative. So Jackson Tabasco says it's got a lot going on. She prefers his look. Well, the thing that I do agree with you, there's a lot going on, but drag is something different. Drag is completely different to high fashion. Here comes Philip. Philip got 3 pop bottles and a clink clink for Ethan. Now, I do agree with you, Jackson Tabasco. It's a lot going on. But because of Ethan's look in his photo for Project Runway, tells me that he can dial it back. He can dial it back because he's still giving Runway look with his look, and he still has all of the, drag queen elements there as well. It's giving drag gala. Don't know what to say with this. I know it is, drag is something, that, can be a lot. And I love the a lot of drag. But I can see based on his look for himself, I'm not too worried for Ethan doing too much. Because his look is very tailored, very well done, very demure, very mindful, that he could be seen as doing too much. Okay, it isn't ready to wear. Well, I don't expect the stuff off the runway to be too ready to wear unless it's the challenge ready to wear. Because some of the fashions, while people say it can come off the runway, they could wear it. It's like, where am I wearing it? Out and about in Atlanta. Yeah. But this is Ethan, which is also Queen Utica. You'll hear. I think Ethan and Joseph are going to be a problem. A good problem or a bad problem, Samantha? Now, is it a good problem or a bad problem? Because Ethan, if you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, Ethan doesn't have too much of an attitude. Whereas if you see the preview, Joseph has a little spice to him, but he's observant. He watches the drama. But yes, Ethan in the preview says, "Crown me, baby." And I was like, what happened? You must have won a challenge for you to be like, "Crown me, baby." So let's go on to the next designer. I didn't see any shoes out here for Ethan. Okay. I didn't see any shoes. All I saw was Philip Campbell says to pop them bottles for Ethan. Or a good competitive problem. Okay. A good competitive problem. I like the black one better. Yes, the black one does give a lot, but that was also the dramatic effect at RuPaul's Drag Race as well. He was going down the aisle as Queen Utica, and I forgot which challenge it was. But when they do their fashions, it's everything. Better to have too much than not enough. Thank you, Just Rhonda01. Thank you. It's better to have too much than not enough. That's a word right there. So let's go on to the next designer. Ethan is a favorite. I think Ethan will do well as long as he pulls himself back a little bit. Okay. Now, the next designer, I couldn't find her Instagram, but she does have a brand. And that's why I put the brand at the bottom, BCD Planet. This is Belania. Now, I like Belania's look on her, but it's a lot going on. I'm not sure if her aesthetic is what everybody would like, but I do like in the center, at the top, I do like the cream colored halter top. I think that's very well made for her model. I'm not sure about the belt that looked like a snap, like if it's, like a bag, a sporty bag, and the snap things that go together. I'm not too sure about that kind of look for a belt. The crop top seemed well made. For me, it's the colors together. The picture on the right with the two ladies, it's just the colors seem a little bit off kilter for me, but it could be just, an Africana aesthetic that's multi-layered that I'm just not, too into. But I can see her aesthetic by this, but she's giving me a different aesthetic with her picture for the show. So I'm not too sure about Belania yet. I can see she can tailor stuff. I see she can, really put stuff together, but I'm not too sure with her aesthetic. And let me see if I could take off this for a moment. If you look at the two ladies where you see their legs, it's shorts, but it's chiffon down for the rest of it. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Samantha says, I love what she's wearing. She'll really make it work. Not sure about the models though. I'll have to keep my eye on her future things. Yes. She better create fashion if she expects to win. Create better fashion. Yes, I'm not sure about it. Oop, not the flip-flops. This is I'm out attire, not runway at all. It is. It does give me, we're going to the jazz festival at the park. That's what it's giving me. We're going to the jazz fest. We're outside. We're going to, the tree festival in the park, some kind of festival we're going to. That's what it's giving me. Okay. It reminds me of Color Me Bad, Queen Latifah, Moni Love. Yes, it's giving me that time period, that era. So I'm not sure about Belania. I don't know if her sewing skills are up to par. Right. I just think it fits. The models at the top of her logo, I think it fits. But whether it's sewing, style, I don't know, Just Rhonda. You're more of an expert than I am. I really don't know. Now, I will not be surprised if she comes in there and says, I really don't know how to sew. I won't be surprised. Because, we always have someone who's like, I don't know how to sew. I really don't know. So agree, it's cute and all, but not for Project Runway. Now, she does have other items, other clothing items, but these were two that I can, get from her IG, not IG, I can get out there because she does fashion shows. She does, magazine, articles and stuff like that. And this is what I could find out there for Belania. But she doesn't have an IG that I saw. I think I got this from either LinkedIn or just, on the internet when I looked up that BCD planet. But she may have taken down the website because she knew she was going on Project Runway. But we got a few snapshots of her fashion. So yeah, she's one to look at and see what's going to happen. But I hate to say it, I'm not too on the Belania train. So this is Antonio is next. Okay, Antonio. Now remember, Antonio and his brother, they do fashion together. And because they do fashion together, I didn't want to show the fashions they did together because that's the both of them. So I did the looks that he rocks for himself. Okay, that is his IG. Let me go back to showing the comments. That is his IG. And I love what he's wearing for his photo shoot. I love, it's not is it technically a bell bottom? Is it a bell bottom? But I love the full vest, and he is certainly rocking it. The jeans, the jacket, the layered necklace with the cowboy hat. I wonder if he's going to Cowboy Carter. He does have a thing, it looks like, for white shoes. Let's hope that is not continuous or that's not his aesthetic for his models, because we know how we feel about white shoes, those in the Nesto universe. Yeah. Okay for the Beyonce tour, but where are the looks, sir? Hated it and two. Hated it. Not two snaps and a twist. Just straight to the hated it. Yeah, they do more. He and his brother together do more avant-garde kind of looks. There are looks, they have taste as far as the fashion world. But their IG has mainly party looks and photos and parties that don't really translate well for me to be able to put it up here for y'all to see. But hey, I'm intrigued because he and his brother are just used to working together, and what is his aesthetic? And he was not on Project Runway. Remember, his brother was on a previous season, and I got that tea for y'all. Okay, I got the two designers. Okay, the two designers that were kicked off of Project Runway before. I do have not only the season they were kicked off, I also have a picture of the fashion that they put on the runway that got them kicked off. I got y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all. Let me pull up the next designer. Who do we just have? Antonio. Okay, let's go to Angelo. This is Angelo, and Angelo seems to be more of streetwear. Okay. I do like he's very, he looks very much uh, casual streetwear. Oh, they don't look Project Runway worthy. Okay. I couldn't think of anything. It's like, but it's perfect. So Angelo seems to be of streetwear. Angelo is a single dad, y'all. Okay, we'll hear more about his story as the show goes along. He has a beautiful young daughter, and very cutie pie. You'll see her on his IG as well. But this is his aesthetic, very streetwear. I believe he's out of LA, so it looks very LA. Jackson Nebraska says, I don't know about this. Well, for me, it's like, I know, but I want to know has, if he made those jeans, if he made that jacket, did he paint it on, do the print? There's something about it that I am intrigued by. I know you're not impressed to go to Africa, but there's something about it I'm very intrigued by, being streetwear. That's not the typical like tracksuit he has on the side, but he also, dresses other people. And it's really just like this. Jack Sanders RN said, I don't know. I don't know. But that is his IG there. He has but he is mainly streetwear. He has other designs there, but this is his aesthetic. I don't know, with him being more streetwear, more this, and has, I don't see gowns or anything. I don't know. Peeled right off a graffiti wall. Right, peeled it right off a graffiti wall. If you like graffiti art, it can look really, really great, but I don't know. I really don't know. This was what I pulled. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'll look for him. I'll look to see what he does, because we know now what his aesthetic is. So now it's like, Angelo, what happens when, it's the beautiful gowns night? What happens when it's the avant-garde night? I'm worried for Angelo when we get to the, unconventional stuff. Are you going to go out of the box? Because, sometimes, even though I'm worried for him, y'all know sometimes on Project Runway, we see folks that maybe the streetwear person, but then when they get to unconventional challenge, or when they go outside of the box, they may have some great ideas. So I'm there with Angelo. I'm like, okay, I see your streetwear, but I'm excited to see when you are out of the box, because the judges can real soon say, okay, Angelo, what else have you got for us? What else can we see? It's streetwear, streetwear, streetwear. Do something else. So next up is Alex. Yes, the last designer who won with outstanding streetwear, he set a high bar. Yes. And I don't know if, this designer is up for it. But Alex, here's Alex. Alex has a very, very chic aesthetic. I love her look. That is, I'm not a very, colorful pattern girl, but Alex's look on herself I absolutely adore it. Her models too, I absolutely love. Okay, Jackson Tabasco brought the shoes out. I love her look. And she has quite a few like this, but it's very different. But her headpieces, if you look at that model in the pink, that headpiece, she has a knack in most of her IG photos. She has headpieces that are, carved and molded and very unique. And I'm wondering if that will be her signature on the runway. If it is, Alex, I can see it. I can totally see it. Y'all, the show comes up July 31st. We don't know. Okay. We don't know exactly. Hey, Hanu, glad to have you here. I hope I said your name correctly. Yes, we all can't wait for season 21. That's why we're going over, the looks of all the designers. These are looks pulled from their Instagram, so we could all see and kind of get a knack for what they like. Y'all remember, if we put shoes or popping bottles in the chat, that means we like it. The look is giving. Yes, just Rhonda, a clear point of view. I can see this as her very clear point of view. So you're saying you're going to serve the Project Runway nights. You're looking cute today with the hair and the blouse. Now, Sanders, I know that's a challenge. I may try to meet that challenge. Okay. I may try to meet that, but I'm a contrarian. I may come up with the same blouse every every episode. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sam. I may wear the same blouse every episode. You're like, wait a minute, is that episode 1, 2, or 3? I'm just messing with you. I'm gonna try to give a look. I'm gonna try to, but that is not my thing. Y'all know I love comfortable hoodies and stuff. I'm the streetwear girl. But I'll try to give a look. I'm trying to give a look. Sanders loves it. Cheats, Chai TV. Are you done with Utica? We did go over Utica. I'm going to go over when I'm done with everyone because there are 2 more to go over. I am going to click on the looks of the others so we could kind of go over it again. Because sometimes the second time around, we look at things, you're like, okay, it has grown on me. So please stick around, okay? Make sure y'all have, thanks to you, Jackson Tabasco. Make sure you hit the like, you're subscribed. We are going to do this weekly live. We're going to do this live weekly. I'm not going to do a pre-recorded because I need your input. Were the judges right? Were they wrong? Who's in? Who's out? Who on the bottom? Who should be on the bottom but wasn't? We're going to go into everything live here. And I'm probably going to do it on a Saturday because the show is a Thursday night. I'm probably going to do it on Saturday, probably about 2 or 3 o'clock because I know y'all need to handle y'all Saturday night activities, okay? They are attractive, but I'm concerned that it's not competitive. This is only IG. You're welcome, Chai TV. This is their IG. So again, the competition brings something out, okay? Thank you, Philip. I do love Alex's aesthetic. Alex could be like, for me, my quiet champion. Alex looks like it could be quiet champion. She's going to be here. She's going to be like, okay, I'm going to throw this. I'm going to throw this. I'm going to play middle of the road. I'm going to win a challenge or 2. And y'all ain't going to truly see me coming. That's what I think about Alex. I think this is where the competition begins. To use this POV in her looks, I'm here for that for sure. Yes, thank you so much to Go to Africa for welcoming the new folks to our chat. Yes, I think if Alex does the headpieces, if you go to her IG and you see the headpieces, if she uses that, or she uses her type of pattern, or the large sleeves, or the sweetheart kind of crop top, I can see 3 different ways that Alex can have a signature going down the runway. Totally see it. I am here for it with Alex. I'm going to wear just the jacket part of things. I'm not a crop top girl. I'm of the plus size delegation, okay? I'm not a crop top girl, but I'm here for the headpieces and I'm here for those kimono style. Especially it looks like it cuts off like right at the waist, but then you have the large sleeves. I mean, it's given a different look, especially I took off the comments so y'all could see. It's given a different look for the girl in the pink. She has the big sleeves, but the jacket stops like right there at the waist. Go to Alex's IG. These are just 2 of the looks that she has. It is worth a gander over there to see Alex's aesthetic. Okay? Wasn't sure I was going to tune in, but thanks for the overview. I'm going to, yes, please tune in to Project Runway. They are given. So y'all, okay, let's get to the final 2 for this round. So I told you there were 2 that were eliminated before. So we're going to go to them as they are now, and then we're going to see the looks they were eliminated for in their season. So let's go to Jesus. Jesus, remember, is the twin brother of Antonio. Now, Jesus, that's 7 there. Jesus was in season 7, okay? And that's the season he was voted out. They're going to tell us why he's back, okay? I am here for the twin brothers who are working together that is no longer working together. It's competition. I'm here for that. But I need to know why is Jesus back? It's been 15 years, 10, 15 years. Hey, it's too many seasons. Why is Jesus back? I'm here for the storyline, but why is Jesus back? Now, he has a different look. Okay. This is, I can see the avant-garde. You see the pants. The pants are open with that pattern going down the middle. I can see the nails is a little different. He has a different aesthetic. Okay? He has a different aesthetic. But it's giving me streetwear or ballroom or streetwear or Galactica. Okay? Is that what it's giving? Do I have any shoes, pop bottles? Do we have any flip-flops? Do we have any? Oh, hated it. Okay, Hated it. Okay, Jackson Tabasco, we got your vote. Okay, hated it. We got hated it. Okay. I like his brothers looks better than this brother's. Okay, like the other brother better than this brother. Okay, it's good to know. I can't remember which brother, but y'all have got to go see the trailer. One of them is the one that said, "My job this season is to get you out of here." I forgot which brother it was, but this is Jesus's look. I don't mind the look that he's wearing for his Project Runway, look. I have no problem with that. No problem at all. He definitely has, I like a plaid, I like a short jacket. I'm here for that. I'm here for the curl on his forehead too. The rest of it, I'm not sure. But this is on his IG. His fashion, as I said, I didn't put their fashions because they work together. I don't know what part of their fashions for their models, who does what. So I really don't know. So this is Jesus. This was season 7 he was in, and he looks completely different because, again, it was like 10 plus years ago. So he has definitely matured. So since y'all put y'all votes in on Jesus, let me remove him. Let me remove him from the studio. And let me add the last designer, and we'll go back around to the others. We'll see if we change our taste. The last designer is Caycee. Hey, Twyla, glad to have you here. We are talking Project Runway. This is the first look at the designers, and then we're going to go back through them and give our final cast, okay? Caycee, season 19. You remember, this is season 21 coming up. She was just here. And if you don't recognize Caycee, I will also tell you what episode she was kicked out of. But this is Caycee. Season 19 in the Diamond was the season she was at the bottom, and she was told what? Avidazé. Well, no, Heidi wasn't back yet, so they wouldn't say that. They would just say bye. So Caycee looks great. I like her look on her. I do like some of her aesthetic. You can get rid of the polka dot tights for me. I do like the big old shirt with the tie and the tulle on it. It's a little different. Yes, on the fence. Yes, Jackson Tabasco on the fence. And she has other looks. Caycee is out here doing fashion shows. She has other looks that you may like. Just Rhonda, you know what I'm coming with. Just Rhonda, you know what I'm coming with. So yes, this is Caycee. This is her IG. Please, y'all, as I say, for the new people coming in, you can go to their IG, look at their looks, like their looks. But if you have anything negative to say, I ask that you keep it to yourself. We are not here to give negative energy or negative, information out there to make any designer feel like, their designs aren't appreciated. I couldn't come up with these designs. I can sew, okay? My Caribbean grandmother, I do know how to sew. Now, a whole outfit like this, no, that is not in my color wheel. I have hemmed up, trimmed up, taken in pants, bought fashions and adjusted it to my size because I'm a pear-shaped girl. I know how to do that, but to cut it all out and do it from the beginning, I can't. So while I may critique these designers, I definitely know this ain't in my color wheel. This is not in my color wheel. Santa's RN said in the bin. I'm not sure. I do like this. I like her aesthetic. I do. I like her aesthetic, except for the polka dot tights. I do like it. I would wear that shirt with the tulle, and I would wear some tights with it, just not polka dot. So maybe black tights, and I would just go to somebody's like pool party or something. It's summertime. I'll have a little fun with it. I do like it. I'm sorry. I like Caycee. I hope she does better than last season. I hope she does better. So, my bad. I'll be nice. No, you'll be nice on IG. Y'all can say what you want to say here. Because remember, I gave you the highlights for Law Roach. Let's play that again. You don't have to be polite here. We gonna show you the way Law Roach is the way we can certainly be here. Let me give you the 10 seconds.
Image architect, Law Roach.
You ready? Oh, I hated it.
Hate is such a big word.
It's a short word. It's only 4 letters. Bravo, my love. Love tears. They feed me.
Tears feed me. Tears feed me. Tears feed me. Oh, you love the color of the pretty blonde model. The blonde is not the model, Twyla. She's actually the designer. Okay? The blonde is the designer of the 2 looks on the side. She's the one competing in season 21 of Project Runway. Put it on a rack in the middle of the store. Okay, we're going to put it on a rack in the middle of the store for you to see it, and then you can go to the wall. I wouldn't let you wear that to a pool party. You wouldn't let me wear that to a pool party. I'll just be just a little eccentric. I can't be eccentric. Okay, Sandra said she wouldn't let me. If she picks me up, she gonna tell me go back in the house and change. I'm sorry, Caycee. I would totally rock that. I would rock that. I'll maybe even wear some shorts with it just to be a contrarian. But Sanders said if she picked me up at the house, she'd tell me go change. Okay. So y'all, let me remove this and let me show you. Remember, I said I had a treat for you. So we know that two of the designers were here before, Jesus and Caycee. So I wanted to show y'all exactly what they were, the fashions they were tossed out of their season for. So Caycee, I told you, was season 19. She was booted out on episode 1. Okay, should I say it louder for the people in the back? Caycee was tossed out on episode 1, and that jacket, that ill-fitted jacket, is the reason she was kicked out. Now I'm almost sorry I'm wearing purple. Y'all, it isn't technically purple, but it's kind of more grayish, but the lighting is making it look like that. But that is what she was tossed out in episode 1. So I can understand why Caycee is back. Caycee didn't get to show her full self. You know, I don't mind, y'all, Project Runway production, if y'all are listening, I don't mind on the entire season of Project Runway of the people who were kicked out first. All the people that were kicked out on the first episode, say it from last to first, everyone could have their own season of Project Runway, because I think some of those designers deserve another chance if they're willing to come back. So the first episode, I have no problem. Call it from first out to last in or something, whatever. But I would like that. Jackson Basco says she remember it now. I understand why she was booted. Sanders, love it. That's great. I think I'm colorblind. I see lavender. It looks in the lighting for the show. It does. It's kind of like a purplish gray, but it does look, with the picture I pulled, it looks very purple. But then close, you showed us understand the reason why she was booted out the first episode. I see lavender as well. Yes, it looks lavender. It's like a purplish gray, but when you see it, it isn't as purple when you see it going down the runway. Now let's look at Jesus's. Okay, I forgot to put his name up there, but he was season 7, episode 4, and that red dress is the reason why he was tossed out. The red dress is the reason. Let me take the comments off. That red dress is the reason why he was kicked out of episode 4. No, we don't need to be nice. You know, y'all saw the clip of Law Roach. He says hated it. So we could certainly say it. So we see here the red dress that he was kicked out. This was a challenge where this was not a model per se. His model was someone, I think, you know, when they have regular people come in to be the models and they can tell the designer what they want, what occasion they want them to design for. Well, this was one of those. And I don't think the lady totally liked the outfit, the way she talked on the runway. And that too, with that, how ill-fitted it was. And y'all can't see here, but his hem, you know, once the judges see thread on the hem, you done. You done. If they see that the hem is ill-fitting, you are done in these Project Runway streets. So they're early birds. Episode 1 was Caycee. Episode 4 was Jesus. That they were previously here on Project Runway, and these are the you know, these are the fashions I was able to pull that they took down the runway when they were out of the competition. Her face. girl, I had to pull that from, she was moving. I had to pull it from the TV. It looks like something you can find at a discount clothing store. Hey, y'all are sounding just like Law Roach. I told y'all this is the season. I absolutely love the fact Law Roach is on here. He gonna tell it. Burlington. Okay, I ain't seen nothing like this at Burlington, but I could believe it. I could believe y'all that Burlington may have this dress. Okay, y'all are here for it. Y'all are here for it. So I know we just went through all of the designers, and I did have we're gonna go back through them, but I did have a request for this designer to come back. I had a request. Are you still here? I believe it was Shy TV. Shy TV was asking about Ethan. So we're going to start our rollback with Ethan. Remember, Ethan is Queen Utica from RuPaul's Drag Race. I love the crossover. I love the crossover. And while we talked about him before, saying drag is completely different fashion, it is, loud and out there. He will be fabulous for avant-garde. His outfit for himself for the promo tells me that he can dial it back. He can dial it back, and it is not totally going to be drag on the runway every single time. I think Ethan or Queen Utica knows how to scale it back, knows, time, season, and reason. And I think he might be, the deadly one on the runway. He may be the deadly one. And I'm sorry. That's how I feel about Ethan. I can see, I love the headpieces. I wonder if that's going to be his aesthetic, because that halo goes into a choker. I just don't know what his aesthetic would be, but I am excited to see the crossover and exactly what Ethan is going to bring. So y'all, we did talk about Ethan. Has Ethan grown in anyone? Has anyone changed their mind about Ethan? Because I am totally here for drag can sometimes be ostentatious. Yes, it can be. It can be very, but I can see in his look for himself, he can roll it back. Twyla said it's a bit much, but it's drag. Is it ever too much for drag? I'm sorry. I'm also a RuPaul Drag Race fan. And y'all, my grandparents were entertainers. We, I grew up around the drag scene, the girls, and just watching them, when I see RuPaul's Drag Race, when I see them getting ready, I have been in that room as a child. So I understand the whole thing, but is it ever too much for drag? Is it too much? Yes, Samantha, he'll bring the heat for the competition. Because remember, he used to lip sync and all that. So he ain't got to lip sync for his life. Ethan gonna be coming through here. I ain't got to lip sync for my life. He has this fashion. Take it down the runway. And y'all know the other part of this is the models they get to choose. The models they get to choose also can make or break what design and how they take it down the runway. I forgot there are two models that I absolutely adore, and I hope they're back. I didn't see them in the promo, but I hope they're back. But depending on the model you choose, that can make or break it on the runway. I used to go to drag shows all the time in West Hollywood. It was so much fun. And they're all so sweet. Exactly. They are amazing people. Amazing and sweet. Very much so. Performers. Love it. But I love this. I love that Queen Utica is on Project Runway. I think he will bring something new. Oh, we have our first prediction. Okay, Shy TV says that Utica will be the winner of this season. Okay, Shy, I hope you'll be with us through this journey. I hope you are subscribed and your notification bell is on, so you know exactly when we go live. I'm probably going to do it Saturdays, probably 2 or 3 o'clock. We're going to be talking about Project Runway live. So Shy, please make sure you come through, because we will give you, we will give you your praises. And, we will say, we will give you the side eye if Ethan is ever on the bottom. But he could be, because I can see Ethan eating at the avant-garde challenge. When I tell you, if Ethan makes it all the way and he gets to avant-garde, I don't think right now, I think the only competition he really got is Joan. In seeing these looks for avant-garde, I would totally give it to Ethan, in just seeing his looks as Queen Utica. But again, we don't know. The season starts July 31st, and this is our first rollback through the designers. He may bring the heat. that he turns up his chances to win. Yes, if he does. So y'all, Shy TV already has Ethan, Queen Utica, as the winner. Again, y'all, please go to their IG, show them love, give them follows, but do not, even though it's a very short word, don't show them any hate on their IG, please. Said to go to Africa, that's a good point. He may bring up the heat. He increases his chances to win. So y'all, let us go back through the designers. Let's keep on going. I just did Ethan first only because Shy is in here. Let's go through the designers again. We just started with Ethan just for you, Shy. So here's Yu Chen. As we see, Yu Chen is streetwear. Your money's on Joseph? Girl, I'm with Joseph. I'm with Joseph, Joan, and Ethan. That's my top 3. EJJ. Ethan, Joseph, and Joan. So this is Yu Chen. This is his aesthetic. I prefer the tracksuit, anything, and what he's wearing, but I'm not with the fashion with the ladies. But I can see his type of style. It's just not mine. Okay? So that was Yu Chen. Let's go to the next one. I ain't trying to push y'all out of here, but we gon' stay on folks that we really do like. So let's bring back up Hard Nose Head to go to Africa. Veejay. I'm liking Veejay's look. I think Veejay is going to be a silent contender. Okay. This is Veejay's look from the Instagram. I pulled photos from their fashion on IG where I could find it. And I really do I think Veejay has a chance to really, pull through. I mean, look at these looks. These are very well tailored for the models. Very well tailored for Veejay. Absolutely. I'm excited to see what Veejay has in store for us on Project Runway. I love her looks. I even think, you know why I'm looking really good at Veejay? Because I can see you doing these looks in 24 hours. Yes, Narek. I hope I'm saying it correct. Yes, Narek, Francesca. I can see Veejay being an underdog. Totally. You like this, Twyla? Chai TV, Yu Chen aesthetic seems similar to Kentaro. Yes, it does seem similar. I can see that. But Veejay, I can see you pulling these outfits off in the time stipulated. I can see Veejay not having an issue with time at all if this is her aesthetic. I really think Veejay can be an underdog, and I'm excited to see the looks from Veejay. As I said, I'm part of the plus size delegation. This is not what I would wear on a regular, but I can definitely see Veejay kind of, tapering this a little bit for the runway, changing the straps, changing the ties, creating like a cat suit shimmer under the cream colored dress and giving it something different. Yes. Oh, Chai TV, glad Veejay is from the Philippines. Yes. So, well, Chai TV, why aren't you voting for Veejay? You got Ethan on deck. You got Ethan on deck. You're giving Ethan all this love. Is your pick for the winner? I hope you have Veejay at the top as well, being there. 10 minutes late. See ya, Twyla. Sorry that you're 10 minutes late. But yes, I am totally excited about seeing Veejay and all that Veejay is putting on the runway. So y'all, let's get to the next one. We're going kind of quickly through the others because we just went through them the first time. So this is Madeline. This is Madeline's aesthetic. As we said, we're not really feeling Madeline's aesthetic. It's not for us. I don't like it looks like the shoulder pads on the outside. Oh, Shy TV, I will go check out your channel. I hope your drag is out there too. Great. Now I understand why Queen Utica is your fave and you are on her side. But yes, this is Madeline. I just don't like those distressed shoulders on the outside. It feels like shoulder pads on the outside. But if that was removed, I'd probably wear that, plaid outfit, even though Sanders RN may send me back in the house to change. But But I can see her aesthetic. I can see the look she goes for. And if you look at the preview, the new preview they put out, Christian is not about Madeline and her grandma looking skirts. Okay? He's not about that. He's not about that. So that's Madeline. Oh, Nerick, giving a big of Chanel, kinda. Maybe I can see that with the blue and the faux fur. But y'all, just let y'all know, I know what I like. I'm not a brand girl. I'm more, the jock girl, the tomboy. I don't know labels and stuff. So if you have it and I say it wrong, please forgive me. If I don't recognize it, please forgive me. I just love Project Runway. I know what I like. And I am totally here for this competition. Totally here for this competition. Absolutely here. But Madeline is not my type of aesthetic. But I can see a piece that I would wear, the jacket look. That's about it. So let's go on to the next one. Let's go on from Madeline to the next one. Let's go on to fan favorite. At least this channel is about Joseph. I'm sorry, Shy TV. This channel, we like Joseph. We do like Joseph. Joseph is a fan favorite in the chat. Could all the Joseph fans come out, put your heels on, put your pop bottles in the chat? Shy TV, I'm sorry. I got to go with Joseph, Joan. Ethan is in there in my top 3, but Joseph and Joan got me. Yes, work, Joseph, work. And this is just 2 on his Instagram. This is just 2, y'all. When you are scrolling Joseph's Instagram, it is an experience. It is an experience. Joseph is here for the competition. He's got it. For those that we do like here, I can see the competition. Now, Nerick, I'm going to see you going to be putting up stuff to cause me to have to mispronounce at some point. It reminds me of Laquan Smith, but even bolder. I hope I said Laquan correctly. I'm not sure who Laquan. If I'm thinking about the right person, I think so. More the bold shoulders and arms. If I'm thinking of the right person. Okay, To Go to Africa has Joseph as her pick for the winner. Okay. Now y'all know the challenges. This is not for us. The challenges, we're gonna see what the judges say. We're gonna see when I do this. I'm gonna say what the challenge is, and I'm just gonna put the fashion up for the week. And for the first episode, we have 2 episodes on the 31st. There are gonna be 2 challenges, so 2 designers may be gone for that first night. Is 2 episodes, 1 and 2 right away. So we're gonna get straight. The challenge is da. They went to mood. Some people pick some horrible design, and then we go straight into it. Straight into it. We gonna judge the designs, and then we go and judge the judges and what they're looking for. Even though they have many years above us, they are the top of their field. We the people have an opinion too, okay? And we're gonna be we gonna use the Law Roach. We're gonna be between Heidi and Law Roach in our approach. Very Ball, loving it too. Yes, he is. Absolutely love Joseph. But I said we will be going through this a little bit quicker. I could stay here and talk about Joseph. I could stay here and talk about Joseph and the others all night, because after Joseph is my next favorite, which is Joan. Joan. This is Joan. I really do like the aesthetic for Joan. Absolutely. She's another one, which is an experience on her IG where you scroll through and you will completely see what her designs are. Absolutely love Joan as well. And I think she can get, based on her designs, she can really do well in the unconventional challenge. I think Joan if she gets the unconventional challenge, Joan is going to put something fabulous out on that runway. Oh, something fabulous. I really can't wait. I really cannot wait to see what Joan puts out there. Absolutely can't wait. She could be a finalist. Yes, To Go to Africa. She definitely could be a finalist. That's why I say Joseph, Joan, Ethan, Veejay. If they do 4, those are my favorites. But again, we don't know we don't know what the judges are going to like. We don't know, because sometimes the time constraint is what gets a lot of the designers, even though they're wonderful. Yeah, she can do something with flowers for the conventional challenge. She would eat. And something, Narick, about that flower, if you weren't here earlier, the centerpiece is a faux lock. It's a faux lock that is, put in the centerpiece of that flower. So the shells, Joan is going to give if she makes it there. I can see this look on the red carpet. Yes, her look for her was actually in a fashion show. Once you look through her IG, you will see her look was walking down the runway at a fashion show. And I'm so glad she decided to, of course, wear one of her signature looks from her fashion show for her promo for Project Runway. But I love Joan's looks. Oh, I love Joan's looks. So next up, because I think we already did Ethan for you, Shy. Okay, Ethan would have been after Joan. Belania is the next designer. Okay, I did not find her IG, but I did see that she had this brand BCD Planet. This is her aesthetic. The chat is not feeling Belania. Okay, the chat does not know if Belania does have the sewing skills necessary for Project Runway. Belania, don't, if you're listening and watching, please don't take the chat too much. You all already know who won, but I'm technically not feeling it, but I do see where she can fit an outfit in the cream colored, halter. I see she can fit something. It's just the patterns and colors aren't it for me. Now, her look for herself, yes. Belania is giving in that look that she is wearing for herself. But the others that I see, I'm not about Belania based on what I have seen out there for her looks and what it is giving. I'm sorry, Belania. But you could be, you could be a sleeper. You could be a sleeper, totally. Hey, High Five, we're just running through the designers again. This is our second run through. It's going to be a little bit quicker, but definitely we have, if you put shoes, heels, it is giving. If you put a pop bottle in the chat, that means you like the designer and their designs. And if you don't, we're going to say it here, but we're not going to go to IG and tell them. A bit, I guess you meant to say bland, but love the print. I love some of the print, but it's giving Queen LATIFAH in command. Okay? That's what it's giving us. That back, give it to him, Queen. I got it. That's what it's giving me, Narick. That's what it's giving me. And I think Belania is a little too young for that period of time. And I could be judging her that she's too young for that, but it's giving me Queen Latifah. Hope she improves significantly with those creations. And I think because Project Runway makes them create new designs, I think Belania may surprise us. She may surprise us because what she's wearing for herself is also one of her designs. And I really, really like it. Moni in the middle. Yeah, Moni in the middle. What she is wearing for her, I really liked. So that's what gives me hope. She did that for herself. She could excel if she experiments with the silhouettes, because her own dress is better than her designs. Yes. That's why I'm not going to put Belania on my bottom yet, because I really like how she has designed herself. But it could be you could design yourself, but maybe we don't like the designs you put on the runway. Because there have been several episodes of Project Runway, when I look at the designer, when they get to the fashion show at the end, I'm like, why you dress like that? And your model ain't dressed that good. Okay, why is that? I have looked at many an episode. So we're going to look at the next one really, really quick. This is Antonio. His twin, Jesus, is also on this season. They do fashion together. Now they're doing fashion separately and competitive. So they'll see how their aesthetic rises above. I did not put their fashions for their models on there because I don't know what they do as far as the models. So I gave their aesthetic for themselves, how they dress themselves, and the chat ain't feeling it. In the first round, the chat was not feeling Antonio, but I'm feeling Antonio's promo look. The white hat looks like he is ready for the Carter tour. you know, and the look, the black and what it's giving, you know, streetwear. But I don't know exactly the feel for Antonio's fashion and where it is from. So the chat was kind of iffy on Antonio. Right. Okay, Cowboy Carter. Exactly. He ready for Cowboy Carter, but I don't know if that's where he went. It seemed like it was a bar hangout, or maybe he came after the concert. But definitely, he and his brother do dress some famous individuals. Yes, definitely. So let's get to the next one. As I said, we are plowing through. This is our second run through. And you can see the chat was real harsh at the beginning, y'all. The first time we went through, the chat was real harsh. This is Angelo. Angelo is our single dad. He seems to be very streetwear, very graffiti, the chat said before. Straight off the graffiti wall on, you know, onto the person. It seemed, I'm hoping that the jeans and the jacket he makes himself, that, you know, definitely can, you know, looks really well done. The sweatsuit too looks very well done. I wonder if that's his logo. But I'm hoping, you know, we have two streetwear individuals right now. You know, him and Yushin. I'm hoping the streetwear people come out and give some fierce competition, because we know they can. So I just need to see more of Angelo before I kind of say where I kind of fit him. After the first two episodes, I think we could say, okay, we like or not. Because I know my heart has broken before with favorite designers just, I guess, caving. And my only thing with Angelo is being apart from his daughter. I don't know if that he may hit a wall during the competition, or if it may be the fire in his belly to kind of like make it to the end. I don't know. And it's that uncertainty, Angelo, that I'm thinking you could be middle of the pack, but I'm pulling out hope for you. Totally pulling out hope for you. So let's get to the next designer, and y'all make sure y'all, you know, like the live. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And we're going to go to next one, Alex. Alex is another favorite of the bunch. And if y'all have been here before, y'all see what we said about Alex. We love her prints. We love her headpieces. If you go to her IG, you will see that she has headpieces there. And the headpieces are, you know, designed. That could be her aesthetic. The crop top, the sweetheart collar, that could be her aesthetic. I have some hope for Alex in this competition. The big sleeves may be her aesthetic, but then you run into, you know, if it's the big sleeves or the sweetheart collar, you run into the judges saying, well, what else you got? We done seen this on the runway 5, 6, 7 times. But the headpieces, if you look at them on her IG, she has many different types and forms of them that I think that could be an aesthetic that could, like, it's quick to do. My grandfather used to do them. It's quick to do, and she can have it designed differently for every single design. I'm excited if she picks that as her aesthetic. So after Alex, the next designer we're going to have on here is Jesus. As I showed y'all before, Jesus was previously on Project Runway. That's 7 there, means he was on season 7 over 10, almost 15 years ago. So Jesus looks a little bit different. He is his twin brother is on the show as well. This is his aesthetic for himself. We don't know if this is his design that's going to be on the runway, but he does have a futuristic look. I can see him in avant-garde. I could see him in unconventional challenge. You know, he was knocked out in the 4th episode of season 7 because, you know, that was the challenge where somebody comes in and tells the designer what they want and, you know, take it down to the runway. And I think, you know, designing for someone and kind of reeling it back is what took him out of the competition. But Jesus really can't, you know, I'm looking at the brothers. Can the brothers design away from each other and, you know, find their own signature touch? That's all I'm looking for. And I think that is the storyline they're going with Project Runway. I think that's the storyline they have for Jesus and Antonio. And let me go to the last one. Now, y'all know we do like this last one too, even though she was knocked out on the first round of season 19, Caycee. I'm liking Caycee's look. The chat is not a fan of Caycee. There aren't any Caycee fans in the chat, but I do like Caycee's aesthetic. I could see, you know, Caycee was knocked out. We saw why she was knocked out. That purplish jacket was not giving. But looking at her IG and her designs in IG, I could see Caycee, given another chance. She was knocked out in the first round. I could see her, Caycee getting there again. I can see her going over there again. I'm kind of live. Oh, I kind of like. Okay, yeah, I could see Caycee. The polka dot tights, not really my thing, but I can see that shirt. Okay, I don't really like the polka dot tights. But what Caycee's wearing herself, that is giving. These designers really, put their best foot forward with their designs for themselves. And those pants, Caycee's pants are very wide leg. It's, if you see the whole thing, it's very, very giving. But I wanted y'all to see the shoulders and, as one of the persons in the chat thought she was the model, but actually Caycee is the designer, but she could definitely walk the runway. But Caycee, yes, season 19, which we're on 21. It wasn't that long ago. Caycee was knocked out of the first round. Okay. Caycee was knocked out of the first round for what she sent down the runway. And as a reminder, what I pulled for y'all was exactly what was sent down the runway. Caycee episode 1, that awful jacket. And for Jesus, season 7, episode 4, that was the design he sent down the runway. Just so y'all could get a glimpse as to what sent them home that season they were in. I'm just interested to know why they're brought back. I want to know, what is production thinking? What are they, probably giving them a second chance? I want to know why the second chance, because it'll be an interesting storyline for me. But that coat, we really didn't like that coat that season. And Jesus, I could see it with the brother. But y'all, we went through the designers twice. I hope you have liked the live. I hope you're subscribed to the channel. The first 2 episodes will be on July 31st. That's a Thursday night. It's on freeform. It's on Disney Plus. It's on Hulu. Okay. We will be here live. I'm going to try and make the live on a Saturday, probably around 2:00 Eastern Standard Time. And I'll just tell you what the challenge is. What was taken down the runway, grab some screenshots so y'all could see what went down the runway, and then what the judges had to say. So yes, it's going to be a fast turnaround from Thursday night. It'll give y'all some time to look at the episode and digest it, and then we're going to get into and give our opinion here on LCID 932. Did we think the judges were right? Did we think they were wrong? We already have, people already got their picks. Ethan already got a pick. So again, if you like this, hard work that I did, I went to the IGs, pulled everything, researched everything. If you do like it, show your appreciation by liking the live. Make sure your notification bell is on. There's lots on the channel to look at. I do Match Me Abroad. I mainly do Love is Blind. I'm doing Alone, the survival show. And tomorrow night, we do Unscripted, where I talk about anything you want to talk about. Anything you want to bring up, we talk in the chat. Anything at all on Fridays at 5 p.m. EST. Make sure you look at it. It's called LCID Unscripted. Last week, we talked about older women with younger men, and we talked about battery-operated boyfriends. If you want to talk about it again, you got to be in the chat to direct the conversation. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you for being here. I'm glad y'all had a good time. Enjoy the rest of the day, everybody. Thank you, Narek, for definitely tuning in. Take care, everybody. We have so much fun. We always have fun here. And y'all, it is going to be the 4th of July tomorrow. Happy Independence Day for all of you in the United States. Have a good time. Be safe. And I'm sorry, Heidi, I'm going to steal this from you. I'm just going to say, Auf Wiedersehen.